In this lecture, I'm going to discuss chart of account structure. So first, I would like to tell you what is chart of account structure. So when you are going to implement any Oracle financial, so you have discussion with the business to decide the chart of account. It may be 5 segment, 8 segment, 10 segments. It's depend on the business requirement. So whatever segments is decided to be defined as part of the COA, that will be defined in Oracle Fusion as a account structure. So we have to create our chart of account structure. So where we will define our segments and we will link the segments to the and value set and the other setting. So I will select financial reporting structure and click on the manage chart of account structure. So we have module general ledger and just click search. So by default we will see one accounting flex field, but in Arthur there were three flex field. Okay, but in Oracle Fusion we have just one flex field, which is accounting flex field. And now we will create our structure. So we will click on manage structure, and if I have existing one I can search by click on this, but in my case I'm creating a new chart of account structure. So click on create, enter the structure code. I will give first my company name. My company name is, say, example ABC. COA S ABC COA structure, or you can give the same name in the threes. Okay, to not create any confusion. So I'm giving the same for three. So I have given the structure code, name, and the description. Now next is delimiter. So you have to decide your delimiter to generate the code combinations, right? In which in in which delimiter you want to use in your code combination. So normally I see dot, and when I will select the dot, the code combination will be generated like this. So my structure is like an a company. So my company value is 101 dot, and my department, say example I have department 10, and account say example 1001. So your code combination will be looks like this. So whenever you will search in the GL or anywhere when you are going to create your transactions and you are selecting any liability expense whatever accounts with the code combination, your code combination finally will be generated with this indicator, with this delimiter. Okay, so I have selected, and if you select any other delimiter, suppose if you select the dash, then here it will be dash like this. So you can also select this one as well. Okay, so I can select dash, that is fine for me, and then click on the enable. So once you define the setting, Then you have to define the segments. But now here below you can see that you cannot create these segments because create button is freeze. So what we have to do before to enable this one, we have to first save, and as we save, immediately create button is unfreeze. So now we can click on create button. First is segment code. Okay, so segment code, this is what I have decided for my chart of account. What are the segments I'm going to use? So in my case, I have the three segments that I'm going to use. So one is company, department, and accounts. Okay, I have company, account, and branch. So segment is ABC, company, API name. Basically, this API name will use in the reporting or data integration. So in both reporting and data integration, it will be used, and it will be displayed in the VI report within the Oracle as well. Okay, and this is my segment name. Okay, I don't need to give the company name here. I can directly just give the uh, my segment name. So first segment is company, and description is company, and sequence number. So this is my first segment, so I will give first one here. Okay, and then we have the prompt. So when it will prompt, so what you want to see, the name, I want to see like company, and then we have the sort sort prompt. Okay, in the sort prompt also I will give the same name. Just make sure this checkbox is enabled. Display width, what do you want to have the display width, which will be display. So I can give 10. Range type I don't want to give, and column name. So here you have to select which is the segment, which one is the, so it will be in the sequence. If you select segment 2, then it will be after the segment 1. Okay, like this. So you have the three segment, segment 1, 2, 3. So if you give the segment 2 for the company, then the segment 2 will be here. Instead of 101 10, it will be 101. I will select segment 1 and default value set code. So here I have to link my value set which I have created earlier, ABC, or directly I can search. Search with the name. So my company name is, my value set name is ABC company 1. So this is my value set. I have selected value set, and here these are the segments label. So we can see there are different type of these segments label, and in R12 we have I think 6 segments label. So here we have a slight different and additional one. So they are seeded one which same as it is in the Oracle R12. So for the company, I will use the balance segments. So there are two segments which are the very mandatory segments. One is balancing and second is the natural account. So let's search for the balancing. You can see primary balancing segments, secondary balancing. Yeah, so this is my segments level, primary balancing segment. So for company, you have to use primary balancing segment. For account, natural account, and for intercompany we have intercompany segments. And for the cost center or department we have cost center segment. And division, for branch or division we can use the division segments. And for future segment, so there are some like additional future segments which we use maybe some years later when we have the new business, uh, or, or like some additional segments which we are not using but we have already with the default value 00, so we can link during the COA like future segment, so that we can also use in the future. Okay, and we have also additional here revaluation gain and loss tracking. This I didn't use, I have to check what it is, but for now we are linking primary balancing segments. So for the first segments, for company, our flex field segment is ready, so we can save, and you can see it's a save and close. Now we'll create for the second segment, which is for the department. So just I will copy paste the same name in all the area, and this is the sequence number 2. Prompt will be department, sort prompt will be department, enable display width. I want to keep like 20 for this because it may be the big length. So, and column name segment 2, and default value set ABC. ABC department. So I have defined ABC department, and if I want to select, I can select the cost center. Yeah, you can select cost center and save and close. Then next segment is account. I just copy paste sequence number 3, prompt account, sort prompt account, display width I will give 10, column name segment 3, and default value set code is ABC account, ABC ABC account, this one. And label is natural account. So this is the our last segment of our chart of account structure, and I will save and save and close. So now you can see that our segment is defined in the structure. So whatever segments you have in your chart of account structure, you can define all the segments here. Just make sure that you have enabled all the segments. If you left any segments in disable, by default it's enable, but system will also give you a warning, and just to make sure like this should be enabled, and click on save and close. So this is the way to create a chart of account structure. Now I can search my structure, ABC, ABCCOA. Just to make sure this is my structure, because there are lots of structure is given here. Okay, so I will give here ABC structure new. That will be our identical, because this is a test environment, so that's why we can see lots of company name with the same name. I'm not a one that I'm going to create with the ABC, the others also creating, and save and close. Now search ABC COA version new. Yeah, ABC COA structure new. So our chart of account structure is created. We can click on done and done. So next is we will create a chart of account structure instance. In this lecture, I will show you how to create a chart of account structure instances. In the previous lecture, we have completed the chart of account structure. Now we will create a chart of account structure instances. So before creating a chart of account structure instances, I would like to just give you a short intro. What is the chart of account structure instances? Why we need this? As you know, we have already created the chart of account structure, right? But Oracle is give you a functionality or opportunity to create a chart of account instances. And here, if I say what is this instances for? So, for example, you have two business unit, and you will have the same chart of account structure. What you want each business unit to display different value set, which means one business unit will have the ABC company value set, which is starting, which having say example 101, okay, and or account or department, but other the other business unit, the second one, okay, which they want to have the completely different value set, which the length is different and they have the different value. Okay, so for company we have three, and for business unit we have created the value set with company length 2. So for the like second business unit I want to have the different value. Okay, so that's why I want to use the different value set for the second business unit. So in that case you can you can separate it the different data by creating two different instances and assign different value set for each business unit. Okay, but in our case I'm going to create instance only for one business unit. So I will click on the financial reporting structure, and here we can see manage chart of account structure instances. I will search general ledger, search, and click on the manage structure instances. I will search my structure instance with ABC. I don't have mine because I didn't create it. So what I will do, just click on the create and okay. So structure instance code ABC COA instance. I want to give same for API name. Okay. So once I will enter the code, I will enter the API name, which will be used for the VI reporting and others, as I explained in my previous lecture. And name and description, I want to have the same. And this is the checkbox enable, which means our structure instances is enabled. And this is the dynamic combination creation allowed. So this is depend on your business requirement, but most of the companies, they have this checkbox enabled, okay, in their chart of account structure instance, right? Because what it does, dynamic combination creation allowed. So say example, you are creating a invoice and you are giving expense account on the distribution level. So your expense account is, I will select I will select the company code value 101 and the department value 10 and my account value is 1001. So these are the three value I have selected. If I check this checkbox, then what will happen? System will automatically create a code combination like this in the GL code combination KFE. So this is the table where all the code combination is stored. And if you disable this one, then what will happen? You have enter, you have selected the values of your segment, and when you are going to save, the system will check this code combination, means this code combination is exist or not. If this code combination is not exist, there's one code combination screen where you can define your like predefined code combination. So if this is unchecked, in that case you have to define all the predefined code combination on the code combination on the screen. Otherwise system will give you the error, and then you have to define first this the new code combination which is not defined in this setting. So it's like a extra work, and it's also impact on the business, because if you have a large business and there are so many lasers and operating unit and means like business unit you are maintaining, in that case what such type of things is takes a time, and user has to also face the lots of challenge. So that's why companies having this check voice check dynamic combination. So system will automatically, whenever the code combination is enter and save, the system will automatically create the code combination. So we have to check this checkbox, and this is a certain alias is enabled. Okay, if you check this, okay, why default this is unchecked? Okay, because uh, if you if you want to select the code combination, right, so now you can select the code combination as per your choice, right? But here, where shorthand alias is enabled, when you check this checkbox, right, so what will happen, you have to give your code combination, and you have to give the name as well. So whenever you will select the uh, uh, the aliases, okay, so it will automatically comes with this code combination. So whenever you are giving the sort and aliases, so which means this code combination will automatically generated. So if I take an example of expense, rent expense, or maybe travel expense, so you have the code combination and you have defined, and you have to just select the travel expense and it will automatically generate it. Okay, but you have to maintain again, like on the short hand screen, you have to define all the code combination, you have to give the names for those code combination. Okay, so that's why it's also extra work. Okay, because we are not sure like how many code combination we have to give. Yeah, definitely business will provide all these data, right? So for the smooth business, just keep it unchecked, and if there is a business need, then yeah, you have to do this one. I will show you how to how it's work in the live business scenario. And then we have to link our structure name here. We have selected AVCCU structure new, which we have created, and once we selected the structure name, we can see company, department, and account. So if you want to add it, here's the options, that this is a segment code, this is a value set code, and you want to required or optional. So this should be required. All the segments code should be required. Okay, and for display it will be checked, for VI enable checked, default type want to leave, query required optional. Okay, and then it's okay. Same I will do for department. So I will make it mandatory, it's required. Okay, and then accounts. Okay, and once we have selected required, then we can save and close. Here we can find out our structure instances, avccoa search. So this is our uh, instance, which one is created, complete, done. Okay, and then click on deploy flex build. So this is the final step for the COA. So once we deployment in progress, it's completed and showing in error in deployment because there are lots of COA structure instances exist, and that's why it's showing there's few COA structure which is not proper completed, so that's why it's showing the error for them. But in our case, we don't have here our CA structure ABC COA structure, so which means our account restriction instance is okay, successfully deployed. COA structure and instances. Click on done. That's it.